Everyone tells you to avoid debt, but what if I told you that the guy with zero debt might be the one losing the game, same income, same life, but one decision quietly decides everything? Meet Dan, 26 years old, earning $3,000 a month. No rich parents, no big advantages, just a normal guy, trying to do the right thing with money. But today, something strange happens. Dan lives 6 different lives at the same time. In each life, nothing changes. Same job, same city, same income. Only one number changes: his debt. And that one number slowly rewrites his future. In the first life, Dan follows the safest path. No loans, no credit cards, no risk. He wakes up in a small rented apartment, makes his coffee, checks his bank balance. $2,400 saved. It feels good, stable, controlled. His friends are stressed about EMIs and payments. But Dan, he sleeps peacefully. Every month he saves $500. No pressure, no tension. He tells himself, I'm doing better than most people. And for a while, he is. But then something small happens. His rent increases. Groceries get expensive. Fuel prices go up. Everything slowly becomes harder to afford. But his income? Almost the same. His savings grow, but his life doesn't. At 30, he checks his account again. $38,000 saved. Sounds good. But when he tries to upgrade his life, move to a better place, start something new, invest bigger, he freezes. Because deep down, he's scared to lose what he built. No risk means no loss. But also, no risk means no real progress. And for the first time, Dan feels stuck. Not broke, but stuck. Now jump to another life. Same Dan, but this time, one small decision changes everything. He gets a credit card. Just for flexibility, he says. At first, nothing crazy. A phone, a dinner, some online shopping. The minimum payment is small, so he ignores the total balance. Months pass. One day he checks his statement. $5,300 owed. Minimum due, $160. He pays it. Feels manageable. But what he doesn't see is the interest quietly growing at around 30–35% per year. Then one night, his phone rings. Unknown number. Sir, this is a reminder call regarding your outstanding payment. His chest tightens. He hangs up quickly. But now something has changed. Every notification feels heavy. Every swipe of the card feels wrong. He's not buying things anymore. He's borrowing from his future. And slowly, his freedom starts shrinking. Here's the dangerous part. Big debt scares you. Small debt tricks you. Now another life. This time, Dan wants to feel successful. So he buys a car. $25,000 loan. $600 monthly payment. At first, it feels amazing. Music on, windows down, late-night drives, people notice. He feels like he's moving forward, but 2 months later, reality hits. His salary comes in, $3,000. Before he even touches it, $600 gone to EMI, $800 rent, $400 groceries. He's left calculating every dollar. Then one day, he gets a minor repair bill, $700. He doesn't have it, so he puts it on his credit card. And just like that, 2 debts collide. Now he's not managing money, he's juggling pressure. And the worst part? The car he's paying for is already losing value. Every month, he owes more than it's worth. He wanted freedom, but he accidentally bought a monthly obligation. Now shift again, same Dan. But this time, he makes a harder choice. He takes a $50,000 student loan. It feels heavy, scary. For the first time, he signs a document that locks him into years of payments. There's no excitement here, no Instagram moment, just pressure. For the next 2 years, he studies while working part-time. He misses outings, cuts expenses, feels behind in life. But then something changes. After graduation, he lands a better job, $6,000 per month. Now his $800 EMI doesn't feel crushing anymore. It feels calculated for the first time. Debt is not chasing him, it's backing him. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think all debt is equal. It's not. Some debt drains you, some debt builds you. But here's where things get even more uncomfortable. Next life. Dan takes a $100,000 loan, not for a car, not for comfort, for a business. Everyone around him reacts the same way. Too risky. What if you fail? You're not ready. And honestly, they're not wrong. The first year is brutal. Losses pile up, savings disappear. There's one night, he sits alone, staring at his laptop. $2,137 left in his account. Rent due in 5 days. For the first time, he feels real fear. Not stress, fear. This is the kind that keeps you awake at 3 a.m. He questions everything. Was this a mistake? But he doesn't quit. He adjusts, learns, improves. Slowly, things start moving. Second year, break even. Third year, $15,000 per month. Now the same debt that almost broke him becomes the reason he escaped the $3,000 life. Same number, different outcome. And now, the final life, the one that looks the scariest. $500,000 debt, a house, 30-year mortgage, $2,500 monthly payment. At first glance, it feels insane. Why would anyone choose this? But this Dan plays differently. He rents out part of the property. When $200 income comes back, he uses tax deductions. Property value slowly rises. This isn't emotional. It's strategic. Years pass. The payment stays fixed, but his income grows. And slowly, what once looked like a massive burden becomes a controlled system. Now step back. Look at all 6 lives. Same Dan, same income at the start, completely different endings. And here's the truth nobody tells you. Debt doesn't ruin lives. Uncontrolled decisions do. Because most people don't sit down and choose debt logically. They drift into it. A swipe here, a loan there, a lifestyle upgrade they didn't think through. And one day they wake up, trapped in a life they can't afford. But here's the deeper truth. Debt doesn't just affect your money. It rewires your thinking. At zero debt, Dan plays safe. At small debt, he ignores reality. At medium debt, he feels pressure. At smart debt, he grows. At strategic debt, he builds. Same brain, different mindset. And finally, Dan understands something most people never do. The goal was never stay away from debt. And it was never take as much debt as possible. The real game was always about one thing, control. Because being debt-free but stuck is still a trap. And being in massive debt without a plan is a disaster. But using debt with clarity, that's leverage. So after living all 6 lives, Dan asks one question. Not, how much debt do I have? But, if I stop working today, will my debt destroy me? Or will it still make sense? Because in the end, debt is not just a number, it's a direction. And it will either quietly build your future or silently eat it.